How's it going, everybody? I'm Peyton Woods with Powerline Road Scholarship. Here's a little bit of how I started. Um, when I graduated high school, I was 17 years old, so I couldn't sign the books until I was 18. So I screwed around for quite a bit, learned that I was still a kid, and life doesn't screw around too much, you know. Good life lessons there. Um, when I turned 18, I signed the books. I think I sat on book 4, outside line construction books, ground books, for like 2 months before I got called out. That first call took me to Burns, Oregon. So how I signed the books. There was a meeting in Tangent, Oregon, at the IBEW training facility, and I went to that meeting. It was only a Saturday, and they did a book signing there. So I had already called and paid my dues. So I had current dues, and then I went to that meeting. I got sworn in front of everybody at the meeting. That was a pretty cool experience. Kind of nervous, nerve wracking, in front of a bunch of people and whatnot, and it was good. Uh, um, and then signed my name on the list to get on the books. Um, I wrote down some of the certifications I had, what experience I had, whatnot, and that was it. And then it was just like, well, they put my name on the books list. I want to say I called and got my number, figured out where I was at, and then I kept calling back and calling back every couple weeks or so to see if the books had moved at all. I was like just itching to get out. I wanted to work. Um, and then a couple months went by. I didn't know if I was ever going to get out. And then one day I just got a phone call, and it was, hey, you want to go to Burns, Oregon? Now you'll be starting in 2 days or something. I think it was 2 days, 1 or 2 days. So I had, it might have been the full weekend, 3 days. I think I got called out on like a Thursday or something. And it was start up on Monday, and I was so excited. I loaded my pickup up and got it all. Thought I had everything I needed to work for a while. I was going to sleep my truck till I figured it out. And I just started driving. Didn't know what exactly I was going into and whatnot. I showed up to the job that night, the night before I was supposed to start. So I kind of knew where I was going in the morning. And it took me to the wrong address, so I was pretty lost. I was in the middle of nowhere. Got to like a rest area. I slept there, and then I figured it out in the morning that I was just one turn away from where I needed to be. Showed up, did pre-hire, and the general manager for the job was super nice, super cool, and just kind of pushed me right through the pre-hire process, and it was done in, I don't know, an hour or two and whatnot. It was super quick, and then I was out there working, and that just started it. And it was, everything kept going. Now we were working 6 days, 10 hours a day, and we're getting per diem. It was awesome. Didn't have to worry about money because I was working all the time. Didn't have any time to spend all my money. And it was like, oh, sweet, this is what it feels like to have a good job outside. And it was fun. I was a material handler. I was in a solar field, or building a solar field, so a bunch of solar panels and such. And that was some good experience. And it just like, you met a lot of cool people there while I was there. And then that job dwindled down. We finished it, completed it. It's one of the last people there. And it got laid off. And I was like, oh, well, now what do I do? Well, you just go back and sign the books again. I drove down to the hall, local 659 in Medford, and signed in person at the hall. And that went good. I had a bunch of money in my pocket, so I just went and bought a snowboard and did some dumb stuff on the mountain for the winter. Worked side stuff when I could find it. But I was initially out of money when they called me for my second call out. Um, and like I said, I was in the mindset to take any call. Like I wasn't going to turn down a call, and I didn't care where it sent me or what I was going to be doing. So I took the next call that they gave me. It was about 2 months out from when I got laid off, and that put me on as a flagger for Keyline Construction. And so, like I said, you pack up and you hope you have enough stuff and you hope you have everything you need for the job, not really knowing what you're getting into. Keyline Construction, they're a line construction outfit. So I was going to be working with linemen around them. I was flagging for them. So I show up and put my best foot forward and it's like, here I am. I want to work, but I was flagging. Not fast enough pace for my liking. So I did a lot of dancing on the side of the road, holding the paddle. They thought that was pretty funny for a while. And I think they got a wild hair and wanted to see what I could do with a shovel. So I just was having a ball and finally getting to work any chance I got. And that kind of helped me out a ton. That was a lot of fun. Got a lot of great experience there. So that's what I mean, like by just having that initiative and drive to not knowing what that call might take, where it might take you. You might not be doing the exact job that they call you out for, because it might lead you into a whole nother job title over here, and you might get a raise, you might get all sorts of stuff. Like I was able to get my CDL while I was with that company, so that was the next big step to becoming a groundman on the crews. I was getting my Class A CDL, and I was able to do it while I was there, and I was making enough money, and I was able to live and whatnot, and learn a whole lot. So how I felt throughout that whole experience was like, well, what do I do next? What do I do next? And you just kind of keep pecking on doors and getting stuff done. I mean, when you can. So like you sign the books and you get called out, you take that call and it's going to send you to an address that you've never been before. And you just prepare yourself for whatever it's going to take you or whatever it's going to be. And you put your best foot forward no matter what. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be, when most everybody else doesn't want to work, you should want to work, because that's what this trade's all about, is being out in it when everybody else is at home because the weather's too bad. So you should want to be in it when the weather gets bad. That's what it's all about, is helping each other out and helping people out. So being willing to take those experiences and run with them when you can get them is huge. I had a lot of ups and downs in my short time of being on this Powerline road. I'm an apprentice now, and I cannot wait to experience what else is in store. I've got a whole lifetime of it, and I'm real excited for it. So there's kind of how I felt when I started out and whatnot, to where I'm at now. And yeah, I hope it helps y'all out and whatnot if you like what we got to offer, and excited to see what lucky seniors we can help out as a whole and whatnot. Like and subscribe. Powerline Road Scholarship 2025. Let's go.